So anyone that knows me knows that one of my favorite food indulgences is Lenny and Larry's complete cookies. You can find them at any grocery store, gas station, or 7-Eleven. You probably have one next to you on your chair. Look behind you, it's probably right there. They're everywhere. They taste delicious, and they have 16 grams of protein, but I have a hard time recommending them to anyone. Here's why. Even though they're filled with protein, they're far from healthy. Their marketing could be considered quite sneaky. It's brilliant, actually. On the front of the label, they catch your attention by advertising in big letters that the cookie is it's dairy-free, it's egg-free, it's vegan, it's soy-free, it's non-GMO, that it contains 16 grams of protein, and those are all pretty catchy, trendy buzzwords and may lead you to believe on the surface that this cookie is healthy, and most people will stop reading the label right there. They're going to assume that they're putting something good into their body. Instead of focusing on the big print on the front of the cookie, we need to look at the nutrition label on the back of the cookie, and we're going to find out that this cookie is high in calories. It contains 360 calories, which is enough to cancel out your workout. It contains 28 grams of sugar, which is just 10 grams shy of a can of Coke, and that's going to give you a big insulin spike. And one of the protein sources is actually wheat gluten. Gluten is definitely not a muscle builder, and it's something you want to avoid if you have a gluten allergy. And this is one of the biggest problems I have with the cookie. Not because of, gluten-free, none of that. It's just that at first glance, this thing looks like it can replace a protein bar. And it does contain some muscle-building pea protein and rice protein, but all three proteins are grouped into a proprietary blend, so we don't know how much of each protein makes up the total of the 16 grams. Always watch out for proprietary blends. They're sneaky. So contains palm margarine, which is inflammatory and fattening, and about half a dozen other questionable ingredients that you don't want to be eating on a normal basis. So I have a couple points with this. Number one, and the most important, is that just because something is, vegan, non-GMO, dairy-free, egg-free, fat-free, gluten-free, soy-free, organic, or whatever the current trendy healthy buzzword is, it doesn't make it healthy. A good example is that sugar is organic. Sugar doesn't technically have fat in it. Sugar is gluten-free, it's vegan, it's soy-free. You can have wild farm-raised sugar, and at the end of the day, sugar is one of the worst things you could put into your body in excess amounts. And the second point that I'd like to make is that I will still eat these cookies. Excuse me. I'm not crazy. I just listed off 10,000 reasons to avoid them, and I will eat these cookies, just not every day. I'm putting this in the cabinet until this weekend. It's like I'll eat pizza a couple times a month, and I look forward to my Friday night burrito from Chipotle every single week. See, I'll eat about one of these cookies a week at the most because they're delicious, and I don't want to rid my life of all joy and balance and magic. These cookies are amazing as a snack, but not as a muscle builder or a healthy alternative to other cookies. At the end of any week, you need to be able to look back and see that about 80 to 90% of your meals consisted of lean proteins, fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats. And if you can honestly do this, then there is room for Lenny and Larry's cookies in your life too, especially if you're training on a regular basis and incorporating a nice mix of compound lifts with some conditioning work. Now, I recommend lemon poppy seed if you're going to eat one of these. They didn't have lemon poppy seed, but they have this new choco mint flavor. I'm going to have it this weekend. I can't wait. And if you need fitness and nutrition to be a bigger part of your life, then I'd love to work with you. Especially if you live in Los Angeles, you could work with me in person. And if you're not, that's okay. I have an online coaching program. I'll provide a link to an application in the video description and the comments. And I look forward to working with you soon and earning some Lenny and Larry's cookies. Let's do this!